This is the very first unofficial introduction of the new concept we designed and developed for ServiceNow. So we designed the very interesting and efficient way how we can use the latest front-end technologies and build ServiceNow web components. The components that power Next Experience Framework, UI Builder, Workspaces Experience, and so on and so on. So we've been working quite a while on that reference architecture, and finally, we completed the architecture, and today I want to show you just two simple examples of web components we built using React framework. And how those components can be easily integrated in UI Builder. So by the way, like this reference architecture is based on fundamental ServiceNow features. Right. There are no dependencies on such libraries like React, Vue, Angular, so you can use any sort of frameworks to build those web components and then put them in ServiceNow. So you can pretty much build the entire web application and then wrap it into the web component and put it into ServiceNow, and that will work natively in ServiceNow Next Experience Framework and UI Builder. So let me show you two examples. So the first one will be about the design, right? So we love Tailwind CSS. We know that there are so many pre-built design components. So what we've done, we took like this very interesting design, right? And we just grabbed the code, we run it through our reference architecture, and then we got the component, ServiceNow native component. Let me show you how it works. So we go to UI Builder, UI Builder. Okay, so okay, we're almost there. So we have one experience, amazing web development, right? One simple page, it's empty page. But now let's see how it works. Let's add a component. And as you can see immediately, we have two components, two Flare components created. The first one is about design. And look at this. So we actually, like the only thing we've done, we copy the code and put it into our reference architecture. And this is like exactly pixel perfect look and feel what you can find here, right? And you can imagine that if you would want to add this into ServiceNow, CLI, Next Experience, and all that stuff, it would be challenging. But with our reference architecture, this is it. But the cool thing is that you can, it integrates into the entire framework kind of like in a native way, because we can send properties, we can supply properties, and we can exchange communication between components and the parent infrastructure. So this is just an example, and we can supply JSON like title, and we do hello ServiceNow, and look at this. So it works instantly. So we use just the latest front-end development technologies like React, and we build this component, and let's save it, and then let's open it. So the idea is, again, you can ask web developers with zero ServiceNow knowledge to build something, some cool stuff, design, logic, and so on and so on. And then you can put it in ServiceNow as a web component. Web component it's kind of like an isolated container. You can think about Docker, right? It's a container that contains you and isolates your entire web application, design, logic. Let's take a look at the logic. So design is simple, right? But let's see what we can do with the advanced visualization component. So this is much more than just a simple design. So it's a very interactive component that renders two different data sets, flow and rainfall, right? And you can explore this, you can change zoom, you can restore data, and so on. You can download image. So it's a very complex from the functional perspective component, right? So how much time it would take for us to put this as a web component into ServiceNow, right? And for us, it took, again, based on our reference architecture, based on the development pipeline we created, it took us probably like less than 2 minutes. And let me show it how it works. So let's hide this component for a second, and let's add another one, chart. And that's the component, right? And let's do, let's save it. And by the way, we can also supply the data to this component, right? And let me just grab some data, and let's see how it works. If I just paste it here, it's a simple one. Yeah, it immediately updated. So now you can understand, I mean, since we have this connection between the component and the outside infrastructure, I mean, like the entire experience, you can programmatically manage this component, supply data, and control this component, right? So let's save it, and let's then open it. So we should be able to see just one component. And my ServiceNow takes time to load and render. Yep, that's the component, and we have a simple data that we just supplied. It's just a few data items, but you can see how interactive this component is. And when we run it natively in ServiceNow workspace. And the amazing thing, of course, you know that we can use multiple components at the same time on the page. So let me see, let me just unhide this one. Let's change the layout to grid. Let's do just a little bit styling, and let's do margin top 150. Okay, looks good. And let's open the page. So, and now you can, again, you can imagine how cool this might be for ServiceNow development community, not just development community, but for business community as well, because now we can use the latest technology with no problems, right? We can build those components, and we can significantly boost adoption of workspace experiences, overall next experience, and like this development concept, how everyone can build those components using pre-built design, using whatever NPM packages, libraries, and functionalities they may find on the internet, like this library. So every single visualization can be added into ServiceNow using native ServiceNow approach, since we're talking about just web components, right? Yeah, so that's it. And we're going to announce this stuff. We will be doing multiple demos, and I mean, we are excited. We are excited because I think this is what ServiceNow development community has been waiting for so long time. Like how to grab the latest, the coolest, the most advanced development technologies and run it natively in ServiceNow. So let me know your thoughts.